So I'm going to talk you through doing a dispense on the system. So effectively, the dispense tab, which is what I'm in now, dispense, will allow you to build a dispense with frames, lenses, the prescription, the pupils, distance, etc. That then keeps a record of the dispense. You can transfer it to your till and you can take payment for it. Also, you can change the status of it. So on order with lab, in store, patient has collected, etc. So nice audit trail as well. If you've had dispensers before, click the dispense tab, you'll see them across the top. The date order also tells you what the lenses were as well. This module actually holds contact lens dispensers as well, so you've got glasses, contact lenses, etc. And if you want to create a new one, you've got a button on the right hand side here that says new, and you can select what you're actually dispensing here. To speed you up also, you've got replicate buttons. So if, say, as a kid and it's a repair voucher and you're replicating the same frame, same lenses, you could just click replicate and then edit it as needed. In this case though, let's say we're going to do some distance glasses. So we'll click that. We've now got a new one, today's date, distance glasses up here. It's important to say that this is a dispense, okay? It's not a pair of glasses. So the dispense there, if the patient's buying 2 pairs of glasses within the same dispense, you can use this row here to add a second pair. So actually let's pretend they are going to do that. So let's add a reading pair as well. So that dispense of today then becomes same date, reading pair, distance pair, and they're just underneath each other. So the distance pair is at the top, the reading pair is underneath. That holds them together, and if you send them to the till, it keeps them together as a bundle in the till. If you want discrete dispensers, you could use the new button right at the top and create them as separate dispensers. So it's a multi-pair dispenser at the moment. Okay. That was just to illustrate what you do. So I'm going to remove that now. So that reading pair at the bottom, I'm going to hit delete, and then we're back to just having one dispense. Nice and easy. So first thing I would start with, go along your top bar. This draft, by the way, is the draft status. So it means you haven't bought it, you haven't ordered it, all that sort of thing. Select RX. If you've got a patient in your database and you've already got a prescription in the prescription list, it will show up here. Okay, so we're going to select this previous prescription. Obviously these have got dates on. Select prescription. It will then pump that into there. Okay, then we can put our lens measurements in. So single vision distance, small prescription, not worried about heights. We can type them in manually, or we can click these quick buttons here, and that's going to give us 32 right and left. Now we've put the prescription in and the centers. It works this out based on an average frame size. We've now got some lens options. Okay. If we put the frame in, bear in mind the frame should have the size of the frame. It'll narrow that down even more. So if we put a frame in, I think we've got a Ted Baker frame registered here, so we'll type that. Yep, select frame. That's going to put that in there, a nice little picture. Interestingly, there's no frame information there as in size. So if we want that in to give us a more accurate dispense, we can put this information here. ED, let's go 59, enter, refresh the dispense. Calculated a blank of 56 based on those measurements in our PD, and it's showing us some lenses down here. You can narrow those down from this search box here. So for example, 4 of those say stock and 1 says surface. So if I type surface in here, it will only show me the surfaced ones. If we type stock, it will show me the stock ones. If we remove it all together, it will show me everything. Bear in mind that it's showing us 5 entries from 6, so you can also expand that to show all of them if you want to. Okay. Also, you can use these buttons above to narrow down your dispense. So you can see in this list we've got 15, 16, 167. If I request index, again it's going to try and work out the center thickness or of a plus minus edge thickness of the lens and the weight based on the index. So we've got 1.5, 1.56, 1.5 dead, etc. So if I go for that 1.6 or 174 lens there, click it. I'm just going to clear that. Just what options did we have in our list before? Let's stick to the 1.5. Blank size has just pushed us outside the kind of comfort zone, I think. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, because I've used silly frame measurements, it calculated a big blank side and then didn't show us anything. I've selected 1.5 and I've now got one lens option here. It's also telling me that it's got some options, this lens, that we can select later. A clear coating of some sort of crystal and some photochromic options. So if I select that lens, it will just pump that up above. So it now tells me it's a 1.5 service lens, it's got photochromic options, and it's got this crystal coating on it. Okay. If I click those photochromic options, it will show me the options within that lens, photo brown and photo grey. All of these options are predefined. So if you're using a third-party lab that's put all this data on already, then you'll be getting this from their sample database. Whereas if you've created your own product table, this will be the stuff that you've created. There's another tutorial on products and creating frames, lenses, products. So you need to watch that if you're going to put your own data on. Okay. So I've selected that lens, I've selected my photochromic option, let's go with the grey, and that's built my dispense across there now. Okay. So additional finishes we can select if you've got some. So say for example, I don't know, some edge polishing or something you could put within there. And if you've got some sort of delivery option where you're going to post it to the patient, you can click that, or you can collect in store, whatever works for you guys. Based on the prices you put in for the frame, the lenses, the collect in store fee, it will give you a total here at the top. In this example, you've got 121. Okay. When you're happy with that and you're ready, you can hit buy. And what that will do, it will confirm it's added it to the till. Go to the till screen, and it will show you what's currently in your basket. Add that to this dispense till. And what you get now is you get a date on your till, the 23rd of January here, and you've now got your dispense that's come across with all the fees. Okay. Till module, there may be things you want to discount or knock off. Collecting store fee, that sounds a bit silly at £1. So if you want to take that down by £1, you can. There you go. And obviously you can then start adding payments to this. Let's say they're going to pay by card, the whole lot. That's nice and balanced there. And if you go back to your dispense, that will have a status now of to order. So you created the dispense, you sent it to the till, so you paid for it, and now you've got a to order situation. Now again, if you're using a third-party lab, we can actually order this and send it electronically. If you're going to print out an order form now and send it to your local lab, then you maybe want to manually change the status. If you click that, you can change the status, and these statuses here, you actually have to put into your control panel. So this store here doesn't have any statuses, but if you go to control panel and lab status, you can put in on order, away at Hoyer, away at Essilor, whatever you want to do to track that, if that makes sense. And then you'd want to create another one that says in store, so when it comes back you can mark it as in store, just to track the kind of audit trail, if that makes sense. Say you do want this printing off, if you go to the till, you've got an order button down here at the bottom. If you click that, it will generate a PDF, and that will include the patient reference number, your details, and also the frame, the lenses, the order. Perfect, effectively, to wrap around the frame to send to the lab to do. So that's just the taster session. The dispense module does loads more than that, and it can be more complicated and more intuitive. But as I say, that gives you a taster of how to do a dispense. If you've got any questions, look at the forum. You've got more tutorials on more advanced things, and you can also ask questions if you're stuck. But otherwise, thanks for listening, and happy dispensing, guys.